Live from the Ball State News Center, this is NewsLink Indiana in high definition.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Ashley Lahue.
And I'm Tony Sandleben. Thanks for joining us.
Two young men have been charged in the murder of an Indianapolis pastor's pregnant wife during a home invasion. Amanda Blackburn, the wife of a local pastor, died after a home invasion earlier this month. The couple's church said her husband returned from the gym to find that she had been shot. Blackburn was 12 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. Police have charged 18-year-old Larry Taylor in connection with Blackburn's death. 21-year-old Jaylene Watson has also been charged with murder, along with felony burglary, theft, robbery, and auto theft. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office also announced charges against a third man, 24-year-old Deano Gordon.
Last Friday afternoon, a young boy battling congenital liver disorder received his wish to become a superhero for the day. NewsLink Indiana's Jenna Liston has the full story.
On Friday in Indianapolis, the city only needed one superhero to save the day. 6-year-old Tayton would get his wish and do just that.
How about you? You look really brave. Are you the superhero?
The big day began at the Colts complex, where Tayton Marcombe would soon find out his wish was soon to be granted.
We've got this awesome superhero costume. I think it would be perfect on you. What do you think? You want to try this on?
The 6-year-old battling with congenital liver disorder was assigned by Colts punter Pat McAfee to visit the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where he would get his next mission. IndyCar driver Joseph Newgarden would let him know the toy mentor had stolen all the toys and he needed Tayton's help to stop him. As they sped around the track, the toy mentor was nowhere to be found. They began looking in the garages. After finding new toys, Tayton continued to search for the toy mentor, but with no luck. Soon he would get a phone call to report to Riley Hospital to find him. Arriving at Riley Hospital for Children, Tayton would defeat the toy mentor, free the Colts mascot Blue, and save the day.
We want to present you with this amazing recognition from Mayor Ballard because you saved the day. You saved the toys for all the kids. So congratulations.
His final stop came when Tayton returned all the toys to the children of the hospital and putting a smile on their faces.
He's my hero, and to share my hero with everybody means everything to me. He may open up more eyes around to know that kids that need special treatment are normal too.
For NewsLink Indiana, I'm Jenna Liston.
Tayton enjoyed his day down in Indianapolis, and if you would like to learn more, you can visit their website at wish.org.
Indiana currently has the cheapest gas in the nation. NewsLink Indiana's Tanner Holbrook tells us more about the current price drop and what that means for Muncie locals.
It is no question that Indiana is a top contender when it comes to cheap gas prices, but as crude oil prices continue to drop, Indiana rises to number 1 with the cheapest gas in the nation, in front of Ohio and Michigan. This morning, Indianapolis had the cheapest gas in the country, with a Circle K gas station selling regular gas at $1.68 per gallon. That was until about noon today when a Sam's Club gas station in Lafayette, Indiana started selling gas at $1.50 per gallon, which is a whole 52 cents under the national gas price average. According to AAA, more than half of U.S. gas stations were selling regular gas for under $2 a gallon today.
The effects of these gas price drops are seen locally here in Muncie, with gas at $1.75 at this Speedway station. That's 5 cents under Indiana's current gas price average. That's why I feel inclined to fill it up.
This time last year, Indiana's regular gas price average was $2.78, almost 98 cents more than Indiana residents can expect today. With Ball State students traveling home for the Thanksgiving weekend, the drop in gas prices couldn't have come at a more convenient time. In Muncie, Tanner Holbrook, NewsLink, Indiana.
Experts say that with the price in crude oil continuing to drop, Indiana residents are likely to experience low gas prices well into the month of December. Now, I was pretty excited, Tony, when I looked out. I really like winter. So when I looked out my window on Saturday afternoon and I saw flurries fall into the ground, I was pretty excited. What about you?
Well, see, I looked out my window Saturday afternoon, and actually I saw sunshine and mountains and whatnot. I was in Gatlinburg for the weekend, so I didn't get to enjoy the snow. I was actually kind of disappointed because I'm with you. I love winter weather.
Now, okay, so Gatlinburg sounds a little bit more exciting than Muncie, but we do have one exciting thing going on in Muncie today.
Yes, actually, we have something exciting here on NewsLink. Nathan DeYoung is our weatherman, and it's his birthday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Today was a cold start. Let's start with those morning lows this morning. 18 degrees in Fort Wayne, 27 degrees in Indianapolis, 29 degrees in Terre Haute. Right here in Muncie this morning to start today, 29 degrees. So you definitely had to bundle up if you were headed out this morning, and that's all due because of that system that moved through this weekend that dropped that rain and then snowfall throughout the area. Regional temperatures right now, 33 degrees in Detroit, 44 degrees in St. Louis, and 31 degrees in Chicago. Here in Muncie, well, look at those nice conditions out there on McKinley Avenue right now. Partly cloudy skies with those clear conditions that are allowing us the ability to cool down this evening. 37 degrees currently in Muncie with the winds out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Looking at the remainder of this evening, by 4 a.m. it'll drop down to 30 degrees with those calm winds out of the southwest and out of the west for this evening. Coming up, we're going to talk about your next chance of some precipitation, including the Thursday forecast for Thanksgiving, and then we might be tracking a late week warm-up coming up in my complete forecast.
The United States has issued a worldwide travel alert for Americans after concerns that terror groups and individuals will plan more attacks following the Paris massacres. The State Department warned that various groups continue to plan attacks in multiple regions. Now, the alert does not instruct Americans to avoid traveling, but it does urge U.S. citizens to be aware of our surroundings and avoid crowded places. The alert said to exercise caution, especially during holiday events. Alerts usually last 90 days and then are reviewed.
A mega merger could be coming to the world of pharmaceuticals. Pfizer and Allergan announced today that they would combine to create the world's largest pharmaceutical company. If the merger is approved by regulators, the company would be worth about $160 billion, and it would bring blockbuster drugs like Viagra and Botox under the same roof. Both companies hope the deal will be finalized by the end of next year, but the merger is not without controversy. The deal would move U.S.-based Pfizer to Ireland, home of Allergan. Critics say the move would allow the new company to save on federal corporate taxes.
Coming up, find out why some Ball State students won't have such an easy time going home for the holidays.
And one landmark on Ball State's campus is getting a facelift. Details are next.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Many Ball State students are preparing to go home to spend time with family for Thanksgiving, but not everyone has the chance to do so. NewsLink's Michael Kuhn is live from an event on campus that explores the culture of some students whose families are thousands of miles away.
Food, tattoos, and jokes are all part of the Night in Saudi Arabia event happening right now in Park Hall. The event aims to raise awareness of another culture and the people that come along with it.
Amer Kubrani is a Saudi Arabian senior at Ball State. He says events like this are important because they help people get a better perspective about other cultures.
When people judge other culture by their own standards, this is not unfair. So you have to understand our culture first, and then try to explain it as fair as possible.
But after the event is over, the cultures and struggles that international students face don't end. While many students will spend their holiday breaks with family, students like Yixin Liu won't see theirs for several months. Liu says the cost of travel to China plays a big role in the situation.
The flight ticket is almost $2,000 for a round trip. I found it's not realistic to do. It's just too expensive for 3 weeks. So I probably will stay here.
Huda Alhers is a Saudi Arabian student. She says she enjoys spending her break, celebrating with friends in Muncie.
There is an Iraqi family, there is Afghani, American as well, so we celebrate together and have a good time.
The celebration continues here in Park Hall. Ball State freshman Cole Callahan says the event originally started out as just a plan for just a few people, but has now grown into a larger public event. Live in Muncie, Michael Kuhn, NewsLink, Indiana.
Thank you, Michael. Callahan also says that he got the idea for the event when he experienced the culture himself through a new friend.
The Ball State University Board of Trustees rejected alternative designs for the planned renovation of Emmons Auditorium. The renovation will expand the front of the building for more pre-event, post-event, and intermission crowds, as well as add restrooms to the main floor and move the box office. The board did look at other options, but decided to go with the original plans. Construction is expected to start next summer and last a year.
A man whose face was covered in gauze and bandages robbed a teller at the First Merchants Bank this morning in Eaton. Eaton Police Chief John Snodgrass says the man entered the bank and calmly demanded $15,000 from the clerk. The robber is described as being 5 feet 11 inches tall with a medium to heavy build and wearing a camouflage sweatshirt and blue jeans. He did not have a weapon, but told the clerk that she would be harmed if she did not comply. The man fled after being given the money. Anyone with information connected to this robbery should contact the Eaton Police at 765-396-3297.
This week we are starting a brand new series that will focus on different aspects of stress management. NewsLink Indiana's Mackenzie Clark shares how.
The Ball State Counseling Center offers to help students cope with stress. Whether it's seasonal or severe, the center is free to students and just a phone call away. Ellen Lucas, the center's associate director, says every situation is different and depends on a student's individual needs.
Not going to classes or withdrawing from their friends, that's kind of severe distress and depression. I think they need more than coming to the relaxation room. They need to see an individual counselor, and also we have a psychiatrist and a nurse practitioner.
The center provides up to 12 individual counseling sessions per academic year, but a trip to the relaxation room requires no appointment and can cure general stress caused by a busy schedule. The room includes sand therapy, a light box, and a waterfall, but the most used item is the chair.
It's free of charge, and the students can come here and listen to music, or we have DVDs and CDs that are stress management DVDs.
The most popular thing in the relaxation room is the relaxation chair. You just come in, press the on button, and immediately it gets ready. It fits to your body and your legs can't move, and then you just pick whatever one you want to do. They have healthcare, full body relaxer, therapy, neck and shoulders. I'm going to do the full body relaxer, so you press the button, and I can't move now because it's squeezing my legs. And you have your session. You can come in at any time, and it's 15 minutes, and there you go.
I mean, it really does relax me. Like, I use like the therapy mode or the full body relax, and I just let myself kind of unwind because it feels so amazing, like after a very stressful moment like that.
Lucas says after a stressful time, it's important to relax, but if that doesn't work, make an appointment.
If you're seeing that you're feeling not better, you're even feeling worse, and it's gone on for at least 2 weeks, I think that's an indicator that probably you need to do something more than you're doing. If the things that you normally do that cheer you up or relieve your stress, they're just not working anymore, and it's a higher level of stress that needs more intervention, and that's the time that I would really suggest that people come in and talk with one of the counselors at the counseling center.
To learn more about the center and its online resources, you can visit their website at bsu.edu. In Muncie, Mackenzie Clark, NewsLink, Indiana.
Be sure to tune in next week to learn more and make finals a little less stressful. When NewsLink Indiana returns, we had our first snow of the year this weekend, but will it continue for the holiday?
Your full weather forecast is next.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Well, welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. And Ashley, you know, with the holiday coming up, it snowed over the weekend. I'm kind of curious if it's actually going to snow for this break, because I didn't get to enjoy it like we talked about before.
Oh no, am I going to get to go home and build a snowman, build a snow fort, have a snowball fight? I don't know, I need to know.
Well, Nathan DeYoung, you're here to tell us. What do we got, man?
If you're headed home here in Indiana, I don't think you're going to have to bring out the snowsuits anytime soon, but it might be a good idea to take the umbrella home with you. Let's first look at those national temperatures all across our nation. Currently 59 degrees in places like Las Vegas, Denver 36 degrees, closer back to home here in Muncie 37 degrees at the top of the hour, and all across the state of Indiana we're sitting in the 30s, 34 degrees in Muncie, 37 degrees in Terre Haute, so quite chilly out there. You definitely have to grab that jacket. And it even gets even colder once we add in the wind chill factor. Now we do have some breezy conditions still out there and will remain a little bit throughout the evening, but here in Muncie 32 degrees is our feel like temperature, 28 degrees is what it feels like in Muncie. So looking at precision cast fog, we are tracking a chance of some fog to move into the area in the early parts of tomorrow, but nothing that'll necessarily be sticking around for long, but we do have to make you aware of it. Tonight temperatures will drop down to 25 degrees with those partly cloudy skies, sticking around with the winds out of the west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking at precision cast over the next couple days, well, there's not much to talk about because conditions are going to be pretty nice with those partly cloudy skies sticking around. And then on Wednesday, you notice that temperatures, well, not temperatures, but the clouds in the system will begin to build into the area. And that'll be our next system that'll create some precipitation for us. For tomorrow, patchy AM fog. It will be around with a 40-degree high for the daytime tomorrow. Looking at your 7-day forecast for Thanksgiving, 57 degrees is your daytime high. And then Friday, showers will return. If you're headed out to do some shopping on Black Friday, you definitely need to pack the rain gear because there is going to be scattered rain showers throughout the area. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, cloudy conditions build into the area, but temperatures look like they're going to stabilize out into the 40s as students return back to campus.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a nice day for people to enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday with their families.
Yes, definitely.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much, Nathan, and a very happy birthday.
Thanks.
When we return, Ball State's football season wraps up tomorrow.
And basketball is making headlines. Find out why up next.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Ball State women's basketball defending the home court tonight. I'm Casey Miller, and this is NewsLink Indiana Sports. Now let's get straight to those highlights. The Cardinals playing host to Austin Peay this evening in a game that just wrapped up a little bit ago. Now in the first quarter, Ball State's Carmen Grande, she's got a wide open three here. It doesn't go. Ball State struggles to score early on. But then later, Natalie Fontaine, she pushes her way into the lane. That short jumper gives Ball State the lead. And that would be just the jump start that the Cardinal offense needed. Ball State working the ball around, the feed to Renee Bennett for the score. Cardinals go up 5. Then Fontaine with the rebound, she moves it up. Grande to Bennett for the easy 2, and Ball State rolls. Final score, Cardinals 72, Austin Peay 44. Now NewsLink Indiana's Brian Beam is live at Worthen Arena where this game wrapped up not too long ago. Brian?
Thank you, Casey. I'm here at Worthen Arena in Muncie where we just saw the Ball State women's basketball team take down Austin Peay 72-44. Now the story in this game was the Ball State offense in the first half. They were held to 34% from field goal range and committed 9 turnovers. But the Ball State defense stepped up. They held Austin Peay to 30% from field goal range and forced 11 turnovers in the first half. In the second half, the Cardinals offense found their groove and outscored Austin Peay 28-12 in the third quarter. The Ball State defense kept their pressure up and held Austin Peay to 27% from field goal range and forced 21 turnovers in the game. All in all, it was a hard-fought win for the Cardinals. Live in Muncie, Brian B., NewsLink, Indiana
And the Cardinals will continue their season Friday against Florida in the Omni Hotels Classic. Now, senior Natalie Fontaine continues her impressive play. She finished the evening with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds tonight. But it was Fontaine's performance on Thursday that earns her the MAC West Player of the Week award. This is the 7th time Fontaine has received the honor, this one coming off a career day against Western Kentucky. The guard with 30 points and 12 rebounds against the Hilltoppers. Now, Fontaine moves into the 5th spot on the all-time scoring list for the Cardinals, and we'll keep an eye on her climb up the record book this season. Fontaine needs to average more than 20 points a game to claim the top spot on the all-time scoring list. And Ball State football concludes its season tomorrow night, taking on the Falcons of Bowling Green. In their final appearance in a Ball State uniform, the Cardinals will honor a senior class that led them to bowl games in 2012 and 2013. Now, at 3-8 on the year, Ball State will not make it to the postseason this year. Now, head coach Pete Lembo says he'll be sad to see the seniors go.
It's important that we give these guys their due because they have contributed in a lot of ways, both to the program and on campus. And I think that there's some really great alumni in the making in the group. So a lot of guys that I will miss a tremendous amount, just seeing them every day, but I know that they'll do a great job of keeping in touch and becoming great alumni.
And guys, that game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Schumann Stadium.
It's kind of crazy to think the football season is already wrapping up. It's amazing to think we're already at that point in the year.
And a couple of us being seniors, this is the last game of all time.
Yep, I'll be sure to be out there. I'm going to weather the cold a little bit just to see my Cardinals play one more time before I graduate.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Casey. Coming up, a recap of the American Music Awards.
And a popular music trio has resurfaced for a tour next year.
One Direction won Artist of the Year, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, and The Weeknd won multiple awards. But perhaps the most memorable moment wasn't on stage, but during a commercial break, Miss Piggy covered Adele's Hello, featuring her ex Kermit in a promo for the Muppets. Finally, Justin Bieber closed down the show with rain pouring on him, literally. The Dixie Chicks are hatching dates for the 2016 tour. This is the first time performing in the U.S. since 2006. In that same year, the group released their latest album, Taking the Long Way. The Grammy-winning group's tour will start June 1st at the Riverbend Music School in Cincinnati, Ohio. The trio will visit more than 40 cities in the U.S. and Canada, including Indianapolis on August 25th. Tickets start going on sale Friday, November 20th. Now that's all for entertainment news. Tony, Ashley, back to you.
All right, let's have one final look at weather.
Yeah, so tomorrow conditions are going to be pretty decent overall. Partly cloudy skies will dominate the area with a high tomorrow 40 degrees. And then Wednesday 54 degrees but breezy. And then Thanksgiving looking pretty warm and great if you're sticking around the Muncie area.
All right, thank you very much, Nathan. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night.